good morning, everybody. It's lovely to be here. And how wonderful to be asked to be able to do this. I was asked to help out with my first Passion Play back in 2000 when the churches in Lewes, which is a smallish town outside of Brighton, the churches all worked separately and did a little piece of the Passion story individually back in 2000. And it was very good, and everyone did it. And I was asked if I would do the Garden of Gethsemane piece. What happened is after that, nothing happened for many, many years, and then just before 2010, it all came up again and said, oh, we'd be doing another Passion Play, and I was invited to go on a committee. And one of the things I stated was, well, this is our opportunity. This is our opportunity, surely now, to start to work together. And could we possibly do a Passion Play where actually we're doing it all together? In Lewes, our churches seem to have, well, I was told later, a kind of schism. And so this was quite a big thing. And back in 2010, that was our first challenge. Our first challenge was to find a way in which everyone would agree to put on this Passion Play together, that we would have one Jesus instead of several Jesuses, etc. And that is what we did. But we decided the only way to do this, well not the only way, but the way we did it, was to, it's interesting what the Dean said earlier, was instead of doing it as our Passion Play, that we would actually take it as a Holy Week experience. And so we decided to do it in short bits, so that we had Palm Sunday, we presented the story of Palm Sunday, and we obviously did the procession, and we did a coming down through the town, so we closed all the town off, and then went into the precinct in the middle of the shopping centre and did Blind Man Miracle, and then we went off into some gardens where we did the turning of the tables, etc., etc., so bringing people along the way. And then on Maundy Thursday, we decided to do it at night time, in a garden, in the beautiful gardens that we have in Lewes, and we therefore lit it up and decided to have big stages, obviously with music, etc. One of the most beautiful parts of that was that we decided we really wanted to make sure, obviously, the audience were involved. And as you know, Lewes, I don't know if you know about Lewes, but Lewes is a very big tradition of bonfire, so it was our opportunity to get our bonfire societies involved as well. So we had our marching soldiers with burning torches, etc. through that. And it was just a beautiful atmospheric evening, making the disciples go all the way through the crowd, making the crowd turn round, so that people got movement all the time, so that when Jesus went up and we had a follow spot on him for his prayer in the garden with a violin going underneath it, which was absolutely really moving. On Good Friday, we then did the same thing. We processed through the town, and we had a very big mound in Lewes, which we erected 3 crosses up. And then on Easter Sunday, we then did the Easter Sunday story. When afterwards, we had the churches do some prayers for the town. And from that, to be honest, what really grew was our churches together in Lewes. They weren't really together at all. And I have to say, and I feel very blessed to have been part of that process. And so we decided that the Passion Play was not just a vehicle for a mission, etc., but it was about a vehicle about working, bringing our churches even closer together. So from that, we have had several events throughout, whether that's been Bring and Share suppers, they've been very popular, from breakfast meetings to various events. And so after the 2010 play, people obviously wanted to do one straight away. About 40 people came, so we decided to do a review and ask about the issues and the problems and the concerns and the things that came up. And we heard all kinds of things. And we agreed that we just couldn't possibly do it for the following year. It's a lot of work. And so we came to a compromise in the end and said we'll do one in 2015, which is what we are doing this year in 2015. So the challenges have been now about keeping the whole thing alive, if you like, for 5 years, and keeping that momentum. But the momentum has been through, we now do annual carol singing around the town, the Passion Play group. We set up as a limited company, and so that we could also become a registered charity. so that helped us to raise some money. But we basically set up a little kind of theatre company, so we have a group of singers that do concerts from the Passion Play, and they've raised lots of money. We've had a group of actors, so we've done the Lewes mystery plays, we've done a little short play called The Perspectives of the Passion, which is just done monologues, etc., and kept it going and doing something through the year, but on a much, obviously, very, very small scale, but really all been about connection. And now the Passion Play committee group, if you like, have now become the Churches Together almost committee groups, because we set up a database, and the database now has around about 1,000 people on that database, which I know for some of your cities and things doesn't sound a lot of money, but for us in our town, that's a lot of people. And we've been able to keep connections and help with websites and things like that for the churches. Challenges for now, for 2015. We did the 2010, it cost us, we had in the kitty, from the 2000 one, we had in the kitty £1,000, just under £1,000. And we did the whole thing just under 10,000, £9,000. So to do it again, we thought, what are we going to, how much is it going to cost 5 years on? So we did our budget, etc., and we decided it would cost us around about 20,000. So that was our target, and we thought, well, now we've got to do that fundraising. We've raised £15,000. So we're not talking like the hundreds of thousands I know that some of you are doing, but it's in a small town, that's quite challenging in itself. So one of the best things, which we'd started earlier, has been the gift aiding. That has brought in quite a lot of money. And again, but to do that is quite complicated because, you know, even setting up the bank account and setting up the company took quite a long time. But we've decided also we wanted to open it up even further. We did open it up to the town last time, but now it's been gone out better in terms of we're on the radio quite regularly, in our local papers quite regularly now, and so we've got more people coming in to be on board, Christians and non-Christians, which is super. Having said that, this year we didn't get a Jesus, we didn't have a natural Jesus, shall I say, from our town, and we were very, very blessed actually by people coming from the Brighton Passion Play, came just over for a meeting one week, and we've managed to cast our Jesus from the Brighton Passion Play. He hadn't played Jesus from there before, so it's been lovely, because one of the things we've always done through those 5 years is try to take people to the other Passion Plays. So we went down to Southampton, we've been to Wintershore, we went down to Havant. So, you know, just lots of different things that we've done to try to make sure that we keep the Passion Play alive. The extra thing we've done this time round is to get into schools. So when I came to the Passion Play Trust conference last time, somebody mentioned about the fact that they did an art exhibition. And I remember being really inspired by that, and so that's what we've done. We set up an art competition between the schools, and we're now doing music and drama workshops, and our primary schools, not all of them, but several of them have come on board, and so we are doing the Holy Week story in 4 acts, so 4 workshops, music and drama workshops for each of these schools, an hour workshop, which we started only this week, which has been exciting. So new challenges, different things. This time the challenge, I suppose, has been about script, because obviously we have one story. How do we change it, make it different? So we decided to have a whole lot of exploration workshops. We just invited people to come along, script workshops, and we did lots of improvisation, tableau work, etc. And people gave their ideas, and the script evolved, if you like, from that. And that's how we've worked it. And so then the next challenge is about making it different. We decided we're a very traditional town, a historic town. We decided we're still keeping it as a Holy Week experience, and we're going to do it still in trad dress, although a bit different. Last time we had the disciples in different colours. This time we're going to have the disciples in a uniformed colour, so slightly different, etc. The churches have all provided us rehearsal spaces, so we've had no costs on that, which has been wonderful, really wonderful that we've had that. Yes, so I think that we've got the challenge of making it different and getting it out there in a different way this time, but at the same time I think the most important thing about the Passion Play has been more about the journey of the people in it, the journey of people that have been hearing about it, as well as the product itself. And I feel very, very honoured and blessed to be able to have been part of that, as I'm sure all of you do for what you're doing. I reckon that for me personally, it's made my faith deeper, stronger, and I know it certainly has for others. And in fact, I've seen people come to faith as amazing. I've just got a couple of things to read out here. This was a young boy who basically, I was a drama teacher, and he came along and helped out. He wasn't Christian at all. And he says here, "Dear everyone, I don't know whether you remember, but my name is Daniel and was the person running around like a headless chicken doing bits for Serena and also working with Cave." They were our lighting company. "I was brought into the Passion Play into the week of the performances, and I did wonder what I had let myself into. All I can say is I thank you all for letting me join into such a deep and moving set of events which occurred, and what a personal experience it was for me. I'm so passionate about what I do, whether it is performing myself or doing the technical requirements for an event. I'm so much more passionate now. All I can say is I've never been so overwhelmed and mesmerised by a group of people. I think that you are all absolutely fantastic, and I enjoy being part of the project. I just wish that I'd been involved in it from the start so I could get to know you all better. I don't know whether you know, but I am not a Christian, but since doing this project, I have never thought so much about my beliefs. I thank you all for opening your arms and letting me into your family. I enjoyed it so much and loved every minute of it, even if every minute was working. Lastly, all I have to say is enjoy your evening and please send me a DVD. And I think one of the things that's really, really important is to make sure that you give people to have a chance to have that reflective time. So after the Passion Play, at least bring and share suppers. We did big posters and put these words up, and we did things where we had big blank sheets of paper that people could write on it and share and things that they could contribute to helping us. And we've taken all those on board for this time round. So we know it's going to be a new experience, a different experience, and we just see what happens in 2015. I hope that helps.
Very good.